Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is a response video to Richard McCook in Northern Ireland. He threw out this challenge to include all 50 states and in a song title or a album title. And I thought, I'm from the United States, I should be able to get all 50. Well, it was a lot harder than it seemed, and I didn't get all 50. But I did get, I think, 42. I was missing 8 states. But, so I'll just show you what I found. Better get my glasses on for this. All right, the first state is Alabama. And we got a song by Jason Isbell and the 400 unit called Alabama Pines. Used to be with the Drive-By Truckers. Next one is Alaska by the great Johnny Horton. He's also called North to Alaska. He's also got When It's Springtime in Alaska. Next, I got Arizona. That's my first CD, and that's the Los Lobos and their album Kiko. They've got a song, Arizona Skies, from Los Lobos. Next is Arkansas and the great pub rock group, Eggs Over Easy, and they've got a song, Arkansas, on this one. Next is California, and there's a lot of California songs, but I chose the great roots rock group, the Beat Farmers, and the song, if I can find it, California Kid. Sorry, I had to sneeze. It's probably from digging through all those dusty records in the garage, all these 78s I was looking through. Unfortunately, I only have about a third of my collection into Discogs, about a third of my CDs and a third of my records. And none of the 78s or 45s, but anyway, just like I said, I only came up with 42. But next is Colorado, and the great Celtic artist Connie Dover. She's got a song on here, The Colorado Trail. Next is Connecticut. Well, I couldn't find one from Connecticut. All I could find was a Rudy Valley and the Connecticut Yankees, but that was just the name of the group, I mean the person that did the song, but anyway. So next is Delaware, and James McMurtry, and he's got a song on here, Down Across the Delaware. Next is Florida. I'm using the group Blue Rodeo, and they've got a song called Florida. Next, Georgia, and this may be my favorite song of all time, and that's Brooke Benton's Rainy Night in Georgia. Hawaii, I go with the Beach Boys and Surfer Girl. They've got a song called Hawaii. Next is Idaho, and one of my favorite singer-songwriters out now is Josh Ritter, and he's got a song called Idaho on the Animal Years album. Next is Illinois, and the great folk singer Bill Morrissey has got a song, Casey, Illinois. Not sure where Casey, Illinois is, but anyway, that's what I used. Next is Indiana, and I'm going with Phil Oakes, the great folk singer, and he's got a song called Jim Dean of Indiana, talking about James Dean, the actor. Next is Iowa, and I thought sure I had the soundtrack to The Music Man because it's got a song about something about stubborn Iowa, but I could not find it, so I don't have an Iowa. Kansas, I'm using the Neil Young Kansas off Homegrown. He's also got a song Florida on here. Next is Kentucky. I'm going to use this 45 that came out at Record Store Day with John Prine and Casey Walden. They've got a song called Kentucky Means Paradise, which I'm more familiar with the Merle Travis version, but they do an incredible version on there. Next is Louisiana, a great song about the Louisiana flood by Randy Newman on Good Old Boys called Louisiana 1927. Next is Maine, and I'm using from a Bear Family box set, the great Dick Curlis, who was from Maine, and he's got a song called Coast of Maine. He's known for the trucker song, A Tombstone Every Mile, Dick Curlis. Next is Maryland. I could not find a Maryland song. Then Massachusetts, the great Arlo Guthrie, and I'm using his song, Massachusetts. It is not the Bee Gees song. He wrote this song. It's a totally different song, but a wonderful song as well. And this is one of my favorite albums, Arlo Guthrie's Amigos. Amigo, not Amigos. Okay, I had to sneeze again. Richard, look what you made me do. Go looking through all these dusty 78s, although I didn't find anything. Wasn't that a good venture? All right, so I was at Michigan. Got the Lefty Frizzell song, Saginaw, Michigan, which was a hit for him. Merle Haggard got a lot of his style, I think, from Lefty Frizzell. Next, Minnesota, and I'm going with the group, the Gear Daddies, probably best known for their song Zamboni, and they've got a song called Minnesota Polka. Next, Mississippi, a lot of Mississippi songs. I'm using one by guitarist David Bromberg, and he's got a song on here, Mississippi Blues, David Bromberg. Next, Missouri, which was my state. And if I didn't find one for that, I would be in bad shape. But I'm using Merle Travis off one of those Bear Family box sets, the great guitarist whose picking style became known as Travis Picking. He's got a song called Missouri. Merle Travis. Montana, going to Texas singer-songwriter, I think he was from Texas, Terry Allen, and off his Smokin' the Dummy CD, and the song, if I can find it, Helena, Montana. Next is Nebraska, kind of easy choice. Bruce Springsteen, the album's called Nebraska, it's got the song Nebraska. Next is Nevada. I'm thinking I'm going to use one that Richard used also. And Billy Joel and Stop in Nevada song off Piano Man album. Next, New Hampshire. I could not find one from New Hampshire. And New Jersey. I could not find one from New Jersey. I know Jersey Girl, but there's no new on it. So I'll have to go back next with New Mexico off this duo called House of Freaks. They're actually just two people. They've got a song on here, Dark and Light in New Mexico, the House of Freaks. And New York, I'm going to use the Bee Gees and New York Mining Disaster off the Bee Gees' first album. And next is North Carolina, going with Johnny Copeland, the great guitarist, from his album When the Rain Starts Falling. And he's got a song called North Carolina on here. Next is North Dakota, and Chris Knight, great singer-songwriter. He's got a song called North Dakota on this Pretty Good Guy album. Next, I've got Ohio, and I'm using from the Nationals album High Violet. They've got a song called Blood Buzz, Ohio. Next, we have Oklahoma. I'm using the country artist Hank Thompson and his Brazos Valley Boys, 1001 Nighters, and the song Big Boat Across Oklahoma. Okay, next is Oregon. And I'm going to Loretta Lynn. She's got a song called Portland, Oregon on here. This was kind of a comeback of album of sorts that was produced by Jack White. He plays guitar all over this. It's really, really great album by Loretta Lynn. Next, Pennsylvania. I'm using Brian Setzer Orchestra. He updates Glenn Miller's Pennsylvania 65000. Brian Setzer. Let's see. Rhode Island, I could not find anything, and South Carolina, I could not find anything. So to South Dakota, the Kinkster, Kinky Friedman. He's got a song called Rapid City, South Dakota. And next is Tennessee. Great John Hyatt, great album of slow turning. He's got a song called Tennessee Plates on here. I think it was later done by some country artist, but this is the good version. No, just my preferred version is what I'll say. All right, Texas. I want to use the great jump blues artist, Charles Brown, most known for the song Merry Christmas, Baby. And he's got a song called Texas Blues on here. He's also on this one, he's with Johnny Moore's Three Blazers. Next is Utah, a great alternative group, Camper Van Beethoven with David Lowery. And they've got a song called The History of Utah on this album. Okay, where are we at? Vermont. And next we have Willie Nelson on the Stardust album. And he's got a song called Moonlight in Vermont. And I hear that Willie Nelson's got a box set coming out. Willie Nelson sings every song that's ever been made. I don't know how many volumes it will be. But Willie Nelson. Next is Virginia. I had to work Jerry Lee Lewis in there off the other Bear Family box set. And the song Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. Jerry Lee Lewis. And Washington. And there's a song by Steve Earle off El Corazon. It's called Christmas in Washington, although he's probably talking about Washington, D.C., but it just has to have the name of it in there, according to Richard. But anyway, so Christmas in Washington, Steve Earle. C's are falling. And West Virginia, I've got the great jump blues artist Louis Jordan off another Bear Family box set. And Salt Pork, West Virginia. There. And Wisconsin, I could not find anything. And then Wyoming, alternative group, kind of a jangle pop alternative, Game Theory. They've got a song called Wyoming on this album here, which is called Two Steps from the Middle Ages, Game Theory. So that completes 50 states. I think I got 42, missed 8. But also in the United States, we have a area called the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. So I was going to throw this in. I'm not counting it, but just for extra. Skip James, and he's got a song, Washington, D.C. Hospital Center Blues. Well, anyway, that was my attempt. Didn't quite get 50 like I wanted to. I got 42. So I'll have to watch everybody else's and see what they got. I hope some other people participate, and be interesting to see how they do. And thanks, Richard, and hope everyone's doing well.